Perfect. Well, thank you all for having me here today. My goal here is to talk at a very high level about what building commissioning is and when you guys should be utilizing it, as well as what return on investment we should expect to see. Just out of curiosity, a show of hands, how many of you guys have either done or heard of building commissioning? So pretty limited. So this is me first and foremost. I work with McCownGordon. We are a local GC that exists headquartered out of Kansas City. So went through the agenda there. This is kind of a great overview at a glance of what the different types of commissioning are, mostly being post new building commissioning. That's going to involve us going in during the commissioning process, helping with design review, submittal review, making sure that everything is working as intended, and then making sure that once everything is installed, that it is functionally working with the other systems in the building. The other types of commissioning we've got here are recommissioning, which is going to be any building that has existed outside of its new construction window and warranty period that we're coming in and trying to get back up to speed of what the original design intent was, and also ensure that we have quality working products and that everything's working as efficiently as possible. Recommissioning would be us coming back in after the fact if we've done an initial commissioning effort and coming back to make sure that 5-10 years down the line that everything is still working as intended and everything's running efficiently. We don't have out of calibration sensors, anything like that. The biggest savings that we see actually comes from monitoring-based commissioning and building optimization. So monitoring-based commissioning is going to involve us coming into the site and putting in sensors and basically continuously monitoring over a span of time as defined by our contract with the building owner to ensure that everything is running as smoothly as possible. Building optimization is going to take that a step further and actually looking to reduce set points, try and tune the system to another finer degree to ensure that we're getting every last bit of energy savings out of the system as possible. So the important stuff that you guys probably care about is what are the costs of going through this. So for new building commissioning, you guys can plan on seeing anywhere between 50 cents to $1 per square foot for new building commissioning. That does vary depending on the level of complexity as well as the size of the building. So as we get into bigger buildings, you are going to see some economy of scale where you can utilize commissioning a little bit more. Here you can see the cost influence that we have relative to new building commissioning. So this really emphasizes the importance of involving a commissioning agent very early on in the process. A lot of people ask, when do we need to get them involved? The answer is anytime, but the sooner that you can get us involved in new building commissioning, the greater influence that we can have during the conceptual design as well as schematic design to make design changes and help us increase our efficiency and our performance, indoor air quality, things of that nature throughout the process. So this can include, commissioning can include a bunch of different things, but this is primarily what we mostly see is that this is going to include lighting, power and emergency power, domestic hot water systems, our mechanical systems, and our building automation systems. This can also go above and beyond. We see this often in healthcare where we are asked to take on either fire alarm, fire protection, nurse call, mass notification, or access control.